Whoa, 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 we, you and me and you, it's the Danny Karen Show. Danny Karen here. You know what's good? I mean, really good. Well, it's not really good at all. It's kind of annoying. So most of us pay our bills online or over the phone, and they've created this whole over the phone situation where where am I going with this? You have to pay money so you can pay your bill. And I think that's stupid. For lack of a better term, I think it's dumb. I think it's wrong because, for people that don't earn a lot of money, they're saving up enough money so they could pay just that bill. And maybe they might not be very technologically inclined. And so, they do the best they can. And they pay, the entire bill. And then, because they spoke to somebody about their debit card or their credit card, whatever the case is, they had to pay an extra $5. I think that's crazy. It's the CEOs of these companies gain thousands of dollars an hour, whether they work or not, or millions of dollars an hour, whether they work or not. They can earn a little bit less to make it fair for everybody else in the world, so their customers can pay their bills and not get charged $2 extra, $5 extra, whatever the case is. So this is for the CEOs out there. Earn a little bit less. So we could pay you and live somewhat comfortably. This has been a situation with Fifth Third Bank. When I pay for my car loan, I don't want to be charged an extra $5 because I didn't have the online situation set up. Or what if I was somebody that didn't understand the internet and I had to pay over the phone each and every time? So Fifth Third Bank, this is specifically for you and many others just like you. But you know who's not like you, and he's actually very kind-hearted, and he's nice, and he's cool, and he's got cool clothes on right now? The guidance counselor of the music independent scene. Please welcome Maxwell Peters.
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh man, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming down here.
Absolutely.
So tell us, you're the guidance counselor for the Long Island independent music scene.
I like
Is that what you want to call
accurately described? I mean,
what are you with the Long Island music world?
Well, I would say that guidance counselors, I feel like an accurate description. You know what I mean? I like to help guide musicians and bands towards their goals, and really try to get their art and their music out there, because I'm an artist and musician myself, and maybe the best comparison, would be a guidance counselor, because, it's not a guidance counselor goes through school too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And everyone's got an occupation that they eventually want to do, and goals that they want to reach and stuff, and I feel like, putting together some of the events, promoting some of the musicians the way that I try to do, is definitely inclined towards that path,
Right.
So, yeah, guidance counselor, I'll go with that.
I like that.
The guidance counselor to the Long Island music scene, yes.
So, I understand that you have a lot of musical events.
Yes.
Per week.
Mm-hmm.
So, to make it easier for everyone to understand, we're going to play a game.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
I'm going to say the day of the week. You're going to tell people what's going on.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So not
most
specific dates though, or months or whatever the case is.
Sure.
Well, like just general, like
General.
you know,
Yeah.
this day, this is what's happening at this place, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
You know, there are cancellations, I'm sure. You know,
Try not
this
to.
video's try not to cancel. This video is going to be like 1 billion years old one day, so you know
It's going to be floating in space.
floating in space. So
Yeah.
if, like, you go to one of these places and you know Long Island doesn't exist anymore, well, sorry.
It's kind of like that song that Pharrell Williams made. I don't know if you've seen that. Like, he made this song that's only going to be released if we do something about climate change, he said.
Yeah.
And, like, they locked it up, like, I guess where, like, the Arctic Seed Bank is, too, or something like that. And it's just like, your children can listen to this, or your children's children can listen to this in 1,000 years if we do something about climate change. So, that's where this video is going to be, too.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
that vault.
This guy stole my snapping routine that I do at the end of the videos.
It's very musical.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yes.
Alright, so you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, Sunday.
Nothing. That's my day off.
That's why he's here. That's
I'm
why he's
today.
here.
Yeah.
About Monday.
Mondays, every Monday there is an open mic here in Port Jefferson, which is where we are right now.
That's right.
At Portside Bar and Grill that I've been running for like the last 4 years now. With Chad Chadwick, he bartends over there. He's bassist for the band, the reggae band Oogie Wawa. And yeah, we've been doing that for quite a while now, and that's every Monday. And I'd have to say that that's like a second home for me, you know. And
Right.
The music scene definitely. There's been different places that we've done, you know, certain venues that are like homes to us that we don't really do stuff there anymore. But Portside, yeah, that's like a second home to me and a lot of people, you know.
What about Tuesday?
Tuesday, I used to do a lot of open mics in a bunch of various places. Right now, I'm kind of just taking Tuesdays off. You know what I mean? Sometimes certain parts of the year, it's easier to do 5 things a week,
Right.
and then some during the fall and the winter, it gets a little hectic. So I've been taking a break on Tuesdays, but Tuesdays, look forward to an open mic. We're going to be doing another open mic on Tuesdays. I don't know exactly where yet, but expect a different location than the usual locations, you know. But yeah.
Wednesday.
I feel like this is the Happy Days theme song. Monday,
I was thinking
Tuesday,
the Happy Days theme song in my head when I made up this game. And I was like,
That's
I
perfect.
bet he'll catch on. And he caught on.
I caught on.
So,
I'm Richie Cunningham, hi. Or the Fonz. I'm both, you know.
both at the same time.
Together. Yeah, actually, I identify as
I
the
feel
Fonz
that.
and Richie Cunningham as one person.
I feel that.
It's like The Fly. You ever see that movie? With
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum and he steps in with the fly? Yeah, that's what happened, except those two guys stepped in.
I'm more
Yeah.
of a
With a
Ralph
guitar.
Ralph type of character.
Ralph Mallet, he's a good guy. But yeah, Wednesday, I
Wait,
just
we
recently...
did Tuesday already?
We did Tuesday, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Tuesday's the day. Okay.
I'll see you this Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday, I run an open mic, which is relatively new. It's a year old at the Brick House Brewery, and that's down in Patchogue. And yeah, I rather enjoy doing that. It's a lot of fun, you know. Brick House is a great venue. Slightly bigger than our other open mic, size-wise, you know, and then Patchogue's kind of a bigger town than Port Jeff, too. It's more of a music town, too.
Yeah.
You know, so...
I feel that.
So, and yeah, the music there has been incredible, you know. We've just been getting a great reaction from everybody and people and stuff. And it's another, second home, you know, I like to say. So Wednesdays, Brickhouse Brewery. It's an open mic. There's a jam, too, a featured jam. As there is at Portside, there's also a jam as well. But yeah, that's every Wednesday at the Brickhouse in Patchogue.
Alright, so Thursday's your big day of the week. I know about
Thursday's
Thursday.
a big day.
A lot of people that I've had on this show, they do Thursdays at the Seamless Scene.
Seamless Scene Showcase. It's usually the last Thursday of the month. I do some other shows on Thursdays in other spots. But yeah, let me talk about 89 North a little bit. 89 North is probably definitely the biggest venue that we do events at. And the Seamless Scene is obviously way different than an open mic. Seamless Scene, I like to think, is like, the cream of the crop, the most buzzworthy musicians and artists and bands coming through. It's a huge stage. There's great sound there. We have a lot of artists and vendors. That's visual artists like painters and people who craft and things of that nature. We have them come and set up tables as well. So it's kind of like a mix between like a music festival, an art exhibition, and a flea market. I like to think, all coming together, the crossroads of that.
I got that feeling too when I would look at the advertising and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's one of our bigger shows of of the month, I guess, and in fact, October 31st. I don't know when this is coming out, but
I don't know when this is coming out either.
But October 31st, which is the last Thursday of this month, we are doing actually a little bit of different. It's basically the Halloween version of Seamless Scene, but we do a whole week of shows called Night of Living Cover Bands.
You know what? I saw the advertising for that.
Yeah, so we do a lot of original music, but Night of Living Cover Bands is kind of a little flip. We switch it on you. We have original bands basically come and cover their favorite acts and dress up as them, So, for instance, we got Emmy Pellegrino next week. She's going to be Queen with her band, and we got a whole bunch of other people dressing up. Like last year, I was David Bowie, and I had a whole band behind me, and it was like a lot of fun, and we'll be doing this for a couple of years now. So, Night of Living Cover Bands, basically the whole last week of October. I really love Halloween. It's probably my favorite holiday, up there with like 4th of July, because I like fireworks.
Well, some people don't, but I was going to say who doesn't, but some people don't.
I like Halloween, 4th of July, and I'm going to keep it at that.
Keep it at that.
All the other holidays are pretty alright.
Pretty alright.
4th of July and Halloween.
They're not lit.
Yeah, Halloween and 4th of July are definitely lit. You got pumpkins and candles. That's lit. You got fireworks in the sky. That's lit.
That's lit.
Yeah, that's my new quote, catchphrase.
I like it.
I mean, it has been my catchphrase. I get that a lot, Like, it's got to I used to say it's going to be lit for a lot of things, right? Probably a lot of people have seen me do that. Recently, I've taken to posting a picture and going, so-and-so venue is going to be ... this.
Right.
So at first it was like, just like a picture of my hand with a lighter. So I didn't have to write lit anymore because everyone's like, stop saying lit. You're overdoing it. No, I won't say it anymore. I'll just infer it.
Yeah.
So now I post all these pictures. Like I have a band on Monday playing Portside. They're called Trick the Riddle, right?
Right.
So I posted a picture of the Riddler with like a fire question mark behind him.
Nice.
So Portside's gonna be that ...
Yeah.
Picture of that,
So what about Fridays?
So Fridays we do a lot of different various shows in a lot of different places. Recently, I've been doing this venue out in Huntington called Finley's on Green Street. I've been doing this other... we do all different types of shows. I was speaking to you earlier about that. Like Seamless Scene is a variety show. The music that you're going to go see there is all different types of stuff. You're going to get like acoustic in the beginning, solo acts, and then towards the end you're going to get all different types of bands, from rock and metal to indie and alternative to you name it, obscure genre. You want ragtime? It's probably going to happen too,
Sweet.
Hip hop, everything. We do jazz, everything. I do not limit myself to genres of music, When I originally started doing music in bands myself and booking, did mostly punk and hardcore and metal, and then I started branching out into indie and hip hop and stuff, but yeah, I think next year I'm going to do a classical show, which will be our first classical show.
Wow.
Yeah, so that should be cool, but yeah, so I've been doing this place, not every Friday, but there's been a lot of Fridays I've been doing this, Finley's and Green Street. It's called Maxwell's Long Island Bandstand.
Right.
Kind of similar to American Bandstand, I guess.
I like that. This guy knows his history. He knows his history.
So, the idea behind that is more like less acts, more like you get 3 or 4 bands that are going to be playing, and they're going to be playing like extended sets. Sceneless Scene and our other show, Creative Conclave, which is basically like a mini Sceneless Scene in all different places. Like we've been doing Creative Conclave at this new place, Long Shot Bar and Grill, which is actually the old O'Brien's, which was our like home for one point.
Oh my god, I loved O'Brien's.
So O'Brien's is now Long Shot. It's a lot nicer. You know, they redid the whole place and everything, and I was there last night and I loved it. So yeah, that was a Friday. So Creative Conclave's been happening on Fridays and Saturdays too, and you know we do other shows too as well. Like we do genre specific shows. I did this one show recently where it's just like prog rock and math rock and post rock type of stuff, and it's called Calculating a Reverie. And we have you know a lot of local bands come and play. I have like a touring band, you know, but it's like a similar genres, you know, kind of thing, you know. So we don't have all different venues that we do stuff and try things out at, but yeah, most recently Finley's of Green Street and Long Shot Bar and Grill have been a lot of our Friday and Saturday shows. And yeah, so Maxwell's Long Island Bandstand, the idea behind that is, you know, it's still variety. You get a good variety. Maybe the bands are a little bit closer together as far as sound, but longer sets and kind of like, you know, more attention and detail to, you know, the overall like show aspect, because a lot of the other shows that we do, you know, the sets are maybe like 25 minutes each, you know, sometimes 30, you know. Our open mic featured acts, because we have featured spotlight acts at our open mics, they'll do like 25 to 35 minute sets. But Maxwell's Long Island Bandstand, you're going to get like a 45 to an hour set of some of the hottest bands in the Long Island, New York area. You know? Nice. So
I like
last Friday we had this band Drop the Four, who used to be called Ladies Drink Free, which I guess was a tough name to go around with, put it on a flyer, you know.
Yeah.
They had to shorten it to LDF at one point, you know. But yeah, if you put Ladies Drink Free on your flyer and you're the band, and everyone shows up thinking that the ladies should drink free, but actually that's the name of the band.
Oh man.
I'm sure
I just caught on to that.
Some venues
Some
venues might not take too much, you know, a liking to that. Unless that's their thing and the ladies drink free that night, then it works out, you know. But then again, it also could be confusing, I guess. But anyway, they renamed themselves Drop the Four. And they're like a futuristic, they're like a good combination of like retro funk 70s music and kind of like the futuristic funk thing that's going on now, you know, a little technical stuff, like Snarky Puppy and bands like that, you know. But they were amazing. They put on a great show. They brought out their friends from the city. We had another local band, JFK and the Assassins, come and play. They opened up the show. But yeah, that was like, you know, you definitely got like more of like a funkier show that night, you know what I mean? Like a funk rock type of thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so Fridays, Saturdays, you're going to get shows called Maxwell's Long Island Bandstand. You're going to get Creative Conclave, which again, that's a variety show. And we have artists and vendors at these shows too as well. Maybe not as many as 89 North, because 89 North is a big venue. I can usually fit like 20 to 30 vendors and artists. But some of these smaller venues, you know, you're going to have maybe like, you know, just a few, you know.
All right, wait, where is the Conclave and where is Maxwell's Bandstand?
Maxwell's Long Island Bandstand, you're going to find that at Finley's of Green Street in Huntington. And Creative Conclave, I've been having those in different venues, but I want to kind of keep it to a specific venue, and I think that venue is going to be Long Shot Bar and Grill, which is in Coram, formerly O'Brien's. And
alrighty.
And yeah, so we got some other venues that we do some shows, you know, some one-offs, you know. Not every show that we do is like there's a theme necessarily. Sometimes, I mean, the theme might be someone's record release, and it's like their friends are playing with them and stuff, but I'm big on themes. I kind of like themes.
I like
you know?
that. I'm big on gimmicks when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah. You're a wrestling fan. I used to be a big wrestling fan when I was younger.
It's so dark in here. You
might not see it, but that's Ultimate Warrior shirt.
That's right.
But yeah. So I'm gonna drink a little bit of coffee because I love caffeine.
He loves caffeine.
But yeah. So yeah. Pretty much, we're all around Suffolk County. I do venues in the city too, and out east and Nassau, but I would say that we're mainly Suffolk based promotion collective, booking collective,
Awesome. All right. So this is Maxwell Peters, and what he's going to do is he's going to, well, if he wants to.
Always. I don't know what even we're talking about, but yes, I want to.
He's always going to put down his contact information down in the comments. If you're a band or if you want to go, if you're a fan of really cool music, contact him and he'll point you in the right direction. So people
or an artist
in music
too.
or artists or if you're like a unique individual, come down. Like there's one spot to come down to.
Come on down.
Contact Maxwell.
To my Gmail. Come down to my Gmail.
Come down to his Gmail. And if you're a band or not a band or just a patron or whatever the case is, artist of any type of art form, entertainment-wise, whatever, it doesn't matter. Contact this guy. He's the guidance counselor of the Long Island independent music scene. He's one awesome guy.
Danny's an awesome guy too.
This is true. We'll be seeing more of this guy later in the future. And that's it. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you for coming on my show.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I meant to say.
Usually.
Yeah. Usually it's the other way around with this guy.
Thanks for coming to Poor Jeff, Danny.
Oh, thank you. See ya.